Cut it. Just cut it. Don't even start with me, okay? No empiece conmigo. Jimmy, please. I know we had a big game. I know you were perfect, Mr. Perfect from fucking, free throw guy. But, come on. It's Tuesday, okay? Keep it in your pants. CULTURA. CULTURA. However you say it, that's how you say it. Now and forever. That's how we stand by it. Those are the rules. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules, okay? I am studiomogura, studio MOGURA. Hit me up, PayPal or CashApp, $studiomogura. All donations go toward the making of my independent film. Include your name in the memo, and I will include your name in the IMDb listing as well as the end credits. Check out my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon or on Barnes & Noble online. It's basically a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Also check out my online comic shop, octotaco.com, and my TeePublic. That'll take you there. And the last one is check out my my music on Spotify. Okay, and that'll take you to my playlist so you can listen to the music all day. Okay, well that was quick, boom, just like that. See how quick, before it was like forever, and now it's like chop it up. That's it, we're done. Okay, good. I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet because I actually didn't sleep last night, so I'm like holding on by a thread. I as much as I tried to do this earlier, but I went to go post, on Instagram, and I just got distracted. I was like just by Instagram, and that's because my brain is mushy right now. What do you want to say? Oh, they were like perfect from free throw. Well, they better because they sucked every other way. What do you want? Like, oh wow, Jimmy Butler won the game in the end. Well, he better have because he lost the game for us. Okay, we lost this game because of Jimmy and his bullshit fucking I need to take a three to be fucking hero. I'm sick of it. I'm done with it, bro. I mean, like, look, I know you were trying to take more threes. Appreciate that. But, it really doesn't work if you're not making them. Okay? And you're not making them. You started out good, but you're not making them anymore. So how about, we run it back. Okay? Because he basically lost the game. I'm going to be real. You guys can enjoy this win as much as you want and party, blah, 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 but I'm not gonna have fun. I'm not having fun yet. This is nothing. This is bullshit. I told you, big chunks. I mean, like, what is this win when we lost the previous night? When we should have won the previous night? We should be on a 2-game winning streak again. Come on. We better have won tonight, man. Can you imagine we lost this game and going into Milwaukee, have to face them twice now? We're winning these games that are just, like, useless to us. We got to win the bigger games, for me to feel like anything at all. But this was like this was basically a loss to me, man. Because Jimmy lost that game taking that stupid ass three. And then they were catching up down 5 the rest of the way. And it was a miracle that, we somehow made it back and he was able to tie it with an and one. And the refs, Jesus, at the end, tried to take it away from us. And it's just the dumbest thing because the calls that the refs were making at the end were like these bad calls that make you question them. And then I think about, man, how does Oklahoma City Thunder feel? How do those fans feel after this game? Those fans think that the refs are paid off, by Miami. And I'm like, nah, they're paid off by you guys. Because look at the end, they try to throw it. And it's like, it's too much of that, man. I don't know what it is, man. And I don't know why the Heat are just living in this world of, like, between 3 and 5 point losses or wins or whatever. It's ridiculous. It's like we have no... I thought we had firepower, and I still believe we do, man, but it's just not out there. And I know tonight we didn't have anybody tonight playing. Where the hell's Kyle Guy, bro? How come, we should dig up Kyle Guy? The fuck, man? I mean, we're out there, like, falling apart. I know it's not COVID, but I feel like the NBA functioned a lot better when we had the ability to pick up more guys. Because you remember before, during the COVID, they were like letting them sign extra players. And I think it's time for that. I think it's time to open up the roster, man. and move from like 13 to 15 guys, maybe even 20, bro. Like, damn, man. Like, I would even say, like, definitely for football. Football should be a 60-man team. Get the fuck out of here. Like, the way that quarterbacks go down and everybody goes down and stars are hurt. Come on, man. Come on. Like, I don't know. Shorten the season. Give guys more rest in between at this point because there's just too many injuries, man. Look at Kevin Durant. When he was going against us, he got hurt. He's out for what, 4 weeks or something like that. I don't know. You know, it's just, come on. It's ridiculous at this point. Like I know you want to like grind these guys to dust and nothing and get everything and squeeze them for everything that they have, but you can be, you know, you can be human about it. You know, you can be like a decent person about it. You don't have to be like this cutthroat, like just put them out there at all costs. I mean, and I know I complain when guys miss games, but I complain when guys miss games because of all this kind of bullshit. You know, they miss games because they have to. And so it's like, well, if you're seeing guys miss games, then shorten the season or lengthen it and put more time in between games. No more back-to-backs. I don't know. I think the back-to-backs are, you know, they're nice from an entertainment standpoint because you get to see your team, you know, back-to-back nights. But you hate that because usually you never win both games. Most of the time you lose one game. So for the fan, it totally sucks. Even though it's like, it's nice to see them again, but it totally sucks because you know you're going to lose one of those games. Makes no sense. You know, everybody did their best and did what they could, man. I don't want to individually nitpick here, bro. I could go to, like, you know, Struz and Vincent. Like, we can even talk about Dedman and his blow up. And I don't know, man. That just, all that did was remind me of when Jimmy blew up, you know? And he just got tired of everyone's bullshit. And fuck it. And maybe that's what this team needs, you know, every year. Is someone to fucking blow up and get pissed off and fucking make a scene. Because like at first I thought he was arguing with Spo, but then it was like I heard later on that I missed it because I had my back to it, and that he like threw some water or something. And that's why he got it. That's like stupid. That's like ridiculous, you know. But whatever, man. You know, at least you know it gave us some kind of a spark, I guess. You know, because normally we cave in the third quarter, and they're like the number one team in the third quarter scoring, and we're like the number 30. And I was like, oh, this game's done in third. Like, that's going to show you whether we win this game or not. And we stayed, you know, at the end of the third, we were up by like 1 or 2, but we were still up. So, this team's just, you know, grinding, dude. And crawling through the mud and barbed wire kind of shit, you know? So, it's, as I'm telling you, man, don't even pay attention to these single game wins or single game losses, bro. Just, let's see how we come out after this homestand. After we play Milwaukee, okay, how do we come out? How do we come out? Right now we're 1-1, so let's see what happens with these next 2 games in Milwaukee, and we'll talk then. Okay? I don't even know when the next game is. When is the next game? I always forget to check. I always forget to bring this up. I was just like, I wanted to get this thing started already because I was going on for too late, and Thursday. Yeah, Thursday and Saturday. Okay. So I'll be here Thursday night for sure. Maybe a little later because it's 7:30. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to change that because I just realized I had to change my schedule. To 8, but I just realized, crap. No, game starts at 8, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. For the next month, be like instead of 48 to like 3 to 7 instead. I don't know, 4 to 7. I don't know. Sorry. Anyways, got distracted there again. What? There's nothing else to talk about. What the fuck you want me to do, man? Like this is, you know, this was like a bullshit game. It's against the Oklahoma, you know, against the Thunder. That was just useless. That was no good. You know. The next 2 games are big games. The next 2 games are the games that matter. The next 2 games are games that we have to win. And we got to try and win both of these games, man. I know it's a lot to ask, man, but you saw we played really well. But it's going to be... difficult to say the least, especially if we're down guys. If like Hero doesn't play, if Lowry doesn't play, if Bam doesn't play, forget it. If Bam doesn't play against the Bucks or any of these two games, we're losing those games. I don't care how good Jimmy plays or whatever, dude. It's just, you know, when we don't have Bam and we go against Giannis, he kills us. The only way we've been able to beat Giannis is because we have Bam. So we gotta see, man. We gotta see. So it's gonna all pretty much depend on the health of this team and if these guys can come back and see how good we do. You know, but they got till Thursday. I don't know what to tell you. It's just and I want to say that I'm shocked by like the amount of injuries that we're dealing with, but I feel like this is now a routine thing. This is like normal, you know. I feel like coming from Wade, who was constantly out, you know, like, oh, this is like this new culture of just like, you know, taking games off and maybe they just play too many games, man. I don't know. I'll never forget the shortened season on the strike, you know, that first year that the Heat won the championship, you know, in 2012. That was a shortened season, you know. And that season was amazing because every day there was games. Every day there were games. That's why it's like, if instead of like stuffing it with back-to-backs, just shorten the season and then you condense all the games like so that every day there's a game, and I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. That was great, and it wasn't just because I was watching the Heat, you know. It was just because everybody was playing hard, man. Because it was like you only had half a season, you know. So, something to consider. But you know, they're not gonna sit it. They don't think about taking away games. They think about adding games. You know, they want to put more games. You know, and it's just so stupid because if you want to put more games, well, you know what? Put more people on the roster, and they don't want to do that because they don't want to pay more people. They want to make more money. They don't want to pay more money. So it's ultimately, again, it comes down to greed, and it comes down to just being an asshole. You know, in every aspect of society. Sorry, I mean, what are you gonna do? But it's true. It's true. It's just the owners and these people. They're just fucking greedy assholes. Greedy assholes that don't want to pay their share. They don't pay their taxes, and you know, all these stupid Republicans trying to fucking get rid of the IRS. And it's like, dude, you're trying to do that, and like cops are paid because of the IRS. You know, the IRS collects. Most of our money that we use for shit in this country is collected via the IRS. Like, we were not out here selling fucking like products and shit to like other countries, man. Like, we're not out here like fucking making TikTok videos, dude. And we make all our money, you know, streaming. No, man. Like, the IRS is where most of the income for that powers this country comes from. And so it's like, oh yeah, let's get rid of it. Okay, so you get rid of it, and then who's gonna pay the cops? Where are you gonna get the money for your budget? Like, where do you think your state's budget comes from? Like, where are you gonna get money from like for like a federal disaster, which we have here on a daily basis? There's some fucking disaster going on in the United States. How do you think that's paid for? Like, you think Ron DeSantis is gonna fucking pay for you? Write you a fucking check? It's just, I don't understand how and when and why the conservatives got so dumb. Because at one point in my life, being conservative meant you were just tight with your money. You know, you weren't a big spender. Now it means you're just a blithering idiot, and you don't believe in anything, and you want to act like you're this like freedom loving, like you're the face of a fucking an American or something, and you're just like the complete opposite. You're a joke. You're a joke. You know, and you call us a joke, but we're not the ones that are standing on the side of racism. We're not the ones standing on the side of fucking Nazis and shit. Like, we're not on the side of fascism. We're on the side of democracy. And you're like, let's get rid of that and give all the power to the stupidest fucking person on the planet. Even though the smartest. And it's like you could choose so many people. So many people, bro. Why didn't you guys do all this shit that you did with Trump? Like, why didn't you do that with, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's a Republican? and who's like the kind of Republican that kind of like can tread both sides, you know, so like he can get liberals on his side. And he can use his star power and his wealth to you know to make people do things. Same way that you thought that Donald Trump did. But instead you're like, let's go for Trump. And the reality is, those people that go for Trump, they would never go for Schwarzenegger because they think Schwarzenegger's too liberal. And that's like hilarious. Because he's a conservative. Like he represents like the old Republican that is forever lost. And like what this country kind of like, this is what a Republican is supposed to be. And it's so hilarious because he's an immigrant. You motherfuckers are out here bussing fucking immigrants. Like, not even illegal immigrants. You're bussing legal people that come here legally and do all the right things to get here. And they get here and you take them and you fucking get a stamp and you label them illegal and you fucking bus them to God knows where. And you're like, not my problem. And then you know what you do? You think it's funny. You like treat that shit like it's a fucking joke. Like it's a gag on TV. Like it's America's funniest home videos. Like for real. Like these people would laugh if they saw the video of all the migrants and immigrants being dropped off in like Martha's Vineyard and shit, like in the freezing cold weather with t-shirts on only. Like air that shit on America's Funniest Home Videos because they would laugh at that shit. They would vote for that shit. They would. That shit would win because, you know, half of this country is fucking assholes, bro. CULTURA. See, that's what happens, man. You know, you go off on the fucking tangent. I had to do some filler space, so there we go. So I filled up a little bit of space there. You know, I got it to 20 minutes at least, just for you. Okay, I did that all just for you because you know I don't give you enough. I don't know what else is there. That's it. There's nothing else to do. There's just like let's go with fucking Milwaukee, and these are the two games that fucking matter. This OKC game didn't matter shit. The Brooklyn game, we tried to fucking get. We fucking shot the bed. So now we got to make that shit up with these two games. We got to get 2 wins against Milwaukee. 2 wins. If we don't get 2 wins against Milwaukee, tells you everything, bro. If we get 2 losses, tells you everything. I don't know, man. Like, look how often these guys are down, bro. Look how often these guys are hurt. You think they're going to be able to last an entire playoff run? You know Jimmy's missing games in the playoff run. You know Lowry's missing games. You know Hero's gonna miss games. Bam's gonna... What the fuck is going on, dude? Are we working these guys too hard? Are we doing pulling a Thibodeau? I don't know. That's the I don't know. We haven't had a 9-0 for a long time, so I'll leave you with that. Okay. Yeah, back here Thursday after the game. You know how it is as always. CULTURA. However you say it, that's how you say it. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules because I can. I am Studio Mogura, Studio MOGURA. Toss me a donation at my PayPal or my CashApp, $ Studio Mogura. And all donations go toward the making of my independent film. Include your name in the memo, and I will include your name in the IMDb listing as well as the end credits of the film. Also, check out my book, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble online. It's called Full Moon Nights. It's basically a chronicle of my adventures as a raver in the early 2000s in Miami. We used to go to this rave party called Full Moon Nights, and it's pretty crazy, so check it out. Also, check out my comic shop, octotaco.com, and my TeePublic with a lot of my t-shirt designs. And also check out my Spotify playlist so you can listen to my music. We're not gonna, we're in the grind, man. We're fucking in the grind right now. And we're like coming up to the halfway point where after the All-Star break, that's when the season starts. Same way the season starts in the NFL after Thanksgiving, that's going to start for us right now. You heard Spo today. Spo was like, you know, he feels it. He feels a good vibe. I think so. That does make you feel good that, like, okay, there is something maybe there. But he was right, man. We got to see it. You know, we can feel it all we want and we can talk about all we want, but we got to see it. We have to see it. We have to see it. We have to see it. So let's see it against Milwaukee because, you know, 2 games against Milwaukee, let me tell you, man, that'll get people talking. Right now, nobody's thinking about the Heat. Nobody's talking about the Heat. Nobody gives a shit about the Heat because the Heat ain't nothing to give a shit about, okay? I don't give a fuck. I love Butler. I love you guys. But the reality is when you step away from Miami, nobody gives a shit about the Heat. Nobody expects the Heat to go far. Right now, the Heat are going to be barely a play-in team, so Do you think people really fucking are like, oh yeah, no, nobody is. Nobody is. Okay, so these two games are really important for us. I told you how important the Brooklyn game was, and Jesus Christ, we almost lost this game. We lost this game, just turn it off. You know, if we lose this game after the Brooklyn game, just turn it off, bro. Turn it off, dude. You know, just that's it. Turn it off. Don't even waste your time, and you know, I'll see you guys here next season, kind of shit. But you know, they won, so I'm back here again. So I don't know, man. I don't want to say that if we lose both games against Milwaukee, I expect to really at least win one. We better win at least one. Hey, if we beat Boston once, if we gotta beat these guys once. You know, we should have won against Brooklyn, so let's take it out on these guys. I don't want to hear that everyone's injured and all this kind of shit. I don't. You know what? I'm so tired of that because every game, this entire season, every week, every fucking moment, somebody's been injured, bro. Somebody's been hurt. Somebody gets hurt. It's just like the NFL now, bro. And it's ridiculous, man. Because I'm at a point it's like just increase the fucking roster, man, so we have more stars on the team, and people, you know, and we don't have this bullshit, you know. I don't know. You tell me, okay? All right, man. We'll see you there. Remember, we're pulling the Silver Spoons 1980s sitcom, so don't freak out. Just freak out.